Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's update our view on the gold market. As usual, I have prepared a report. So we think that report that we have made today is really important. It's because we have tried to combine all the factors that we do know right now, those who are considered in big media and those that was not considered. And here, actually, recently we've got some hints on how Donald Trump intends to use the tariffs. An example of the Mexico. Also, we see some very important political processes that stands on the way. Those of you who are watching for this topic probably know that Richard Moore have taken the speech in Paris, and this was quite evident speech, and he's actually evidently said that behind all escalations and the conflicts that now are happening on the Middle East and Syria and Ukraine stands the CIA and MI6. So because the chiefs of the CIA and MI6 represents the bankers camp, those who are actually has just 2 months to stay on the power. And their major task right now to create the conditions in the world that could prevent Donald Trump taking the presidency or postpone it on some indefinite time. So that actually explains many things that are happening right now. This is very dangerous for Donald Trump, his team, his cabinet, because they have no real program how to resist to this challenge. They are actually stuck in some domestic swamp of different Epstein lists and so on. But they absolutely do not know how to act in challenges of the global scale. So based on all this information, some other stuff, we have created a view on the gold market, which we think might happen in the nearest time. We split this in 2 parts in the nearest 2 months, because it will be really hot from the geopolitical point of view, and the things that could happen in the second half of 2025. And here might be some real surprises in terms of the tariffs and other stuff. So we just combined things that we discussed yesterday in the Forex market report, but it's actually not only dedicated to the Forex. And things that we have estimated today in relation to the gold. And probably some things might be really interesting to you. Returning back to the very short-term perspective. So we think that gold market will be in a real turbulence in the nearest 2 months. Technical analysis is really great stuff, but we think that currently gold market is really imposed to some kind of the wild card scenario, let's call it in this way, when some really geopolitical event could change the situation drastically. So currently we think that this way of the performance on the gold market has really big probability compared to the common times. For instance, things that were in the market previously haven't suggested that actually big probability for this kind of the scenarios. But currently it really could happen. Because based on the technical picture, we actually have only 2 basic scenarios. So first, either we will get big A, B, C pattern down with a deeper retracement rate, or market will try to challenge previous top in a way of the kind of 3x2 sell, or even butterfly or something. And based on the technical picture, you could see that mostly it has some bearish view. Yes, we have background on other markets. So if you take a look, for example, in performance on the dollar, which suggests minor downside continuation. We talked about this yesterday. If you take a look at the 10-year bonds, that also is dropping, creating background for the gold rebound. But somehow this performance of the gold this week actually, and the performance on the dollar this week doesn't help gold to really succeed on upward direction. Yes, we've got some minor bounce, but that's all that gold has shown. So, and from technical point of view, this creates some bearish background. So on the daily chart, at least, picture looks not very impressive and absolutely not inspiring for taking new purchases on the gold. Collapse and flag consolidation after that. It's potentially bearish combination. The same story we could say based on intraday charts. So, for example, on Friday, recall what we talked about, the same ABCD, even after the more or less strong upward action here, market was not able to complete the OP, although we have suggested that it should happen on Friday. So this is early turn down, which is not normal on the bullish market, not typical for the markets at all. Normally, especially when the market has some impulse, it completes the major targets, completes the OP, and then turns to retracement. Here we have some early retracement, which is evidently shows on some heavy, since the market is heavy, and actually some bearish pressure that exists here. In fact, we have the Gartley steeple to sell in place, early retracement here, which is definitely the bearish signs. So in the current circumstances, we actually could work with this current market as usual. So obviously we have some painful points for the bulls here. This is an area around 26.30 and confluence. Normally, if market is bullish, it should not break the confluence area to the downside, and retracement to the confluence, it's more than enough to show the respect on the OP target and then reestablish upward action. If somehow market start accelerating down, breaking 26.30 area down here, it will be clear sign that we are turning down. We will get on the daily chart not only kind of the ABCD pattern, but also we could get here downside butterfly. You could really easily imagine shape. So it will be left wing of the butterfly, and the flag star will be starting of the right wing with a downside extension. If you will measure these targets, it will be approximately, so I have the 1618 around 24, 22, 127 will be somewhere around, I suppose, 2490, somewhere in this area. So you could measure it by yourself, but you get an idea. So for the short-term perspective from the gold market, these levels will be really vital. So market has to stay above to keep the bullish content and context valid. And recall what I said about the geopolitical situation, that market will be in a turbulence in the nearest 2 months. And the chances to get some wild card, some unexpected big event in the political arena is really high. So just keep it in mind. Right on Monday, we will be just watching what will happen in an hourly chart and how market will respond to an area of the 26.30, 26.40. That probably will be the key for the next step on the gold market.